Down. Hi, my name is Joanne A Manuli, and I want to give you a little bit of history about Route 6. I used to live in Provincetown, Massachusetts, which is the easternmost point of Cape Cod and also the United States. If you go any further, you're stepping in the water and you're going to be talking to the whale. Now, right here is Provincetown, and as you can see, this is the garb that they used to wear in Provincetown way back in the 1700s. I used to wear this dress right here. Now, this is minus the hoop, but as you can see, we had parasols and the lovely hats and the lovely long garb. And this is considered a Provincetown ambassador. Now, I used to be a Provincetown ambassador, and we would greet everybody that came there on Route 6. Route 6 runs from Provincetown, Massachusetts, all the way across the United States to Long Beach, California, where I also used to live for 10 years. So I am a true Route 6 person.
Affectionado.
Affectionado indeed. And now, as a Provincetown ambassador, we used to give tours of Provincetown and show you and tell you about the history of Provincetown. Provincetown has teeny tiny little narrow streets that go in between the houses, and believe it or not, you would think they were just little nooks in between the houses, but they're not. They're actual streets that used to be there. And they also used to take the cod that they got off the ships. The Portuguese were the mainstay people there, and they take the cod and they lay it out on the lawns, and that's how you get the cod, and it smelled like fish every day.
Wow.
And believe it or not, and I bet you don't know this, but the Pilgrims actually landed in Provincetown first, and there's a teeny tiny little rock at the very edge of Provincetown that says the Pilgrims landed here. Well, it got a little rocky there in Provincetown, and it got a little cold for them, and they decided to pack it in. A lot of them got sick, and they packed it in, and they went to Plymouth Rock.
Plymouth Rock, okay.
So
that was a secondary
That's
position.
a secondary position. It's really Provincetown is where they actually stopped first. And so actually Plymouth and Provincetown have a joint venture together, and actually once every couple of years the Plymouth boat, I forget the Santa Maria or what, one of the big boats comes over to the harbor in Provincetown, and they have a big old celebration. Provincetown is filled with lots and lots of history, so if you ever get a chance to go to Provincetown on Cape Cod, I highly recommend it, because they do have the Chamber of Commerce does have these young people and their male counterparts running around town giving history tours, and you can take the Boston Harbor boats, and they're slow going, and there is featured historical videos going on while your trip is coming over from Boston to tell you about Provincetown.
Well, I want to thank you for this, because we have all kinds of historical houses in Towanda with nice plaques in front of them.
Well, I want to tell you that too. Provincetown does too. And the thing is, when you're in Provincetown, if you see a house with a plaque and it has a house with a boat on it, that means that they floated that house over from Long Point Island.
No kidding.
Believe it or not.
They were assembled houses.
Assembled houses that were out on the hook, which is Long Point, and they actually took them up, they raised them, they put them on a boat, and they brought them all the way over to the mainland.
Ah, okay.
So just like Towanda, they got lots and lots of history.
And lots of water.
And lots of water.
Well, thank you so much for this. I think that maybe we'll get something going here in Towanda to give tours of these houses with people dressed up in period, like you're showing. It
would be fabulous, because there's tons and tons of history here in Towanda, and the architecture is incredible.
Super. And you how long have you been in Towanda now?
I've been in Towanda now, well, actually the surrounding areas, Bradford County itself, probably about 6 years now.
That's
and
great.
I find it very fascinating, very fascinating.
I could see these people down in the French Asylum walking around too at one of their events down there.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah. So thanks again for coming in and sharing all this with us.
No problem. My pleasure.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.